And 3.
Hello. Surprise.
Wow.
We're back.
Hello,
again.
everybody. It's Wes and Andy. Welcome to another edition of Random Fandom Tuesday night. Little window into my life. 10 minutes ago, I was building a deck, so it's been I'm a little frazzled tonight as we're getting started, as I am clearly not running behind, and we're still setting up technically. So thank you for those of you who are tuned in right away. Gaz, at like 5:58 p.m. Let's do this. Always nice to have you along. Thank you very much. This one, Random Fandom number
67
for the week of Tuesday, July 2nd. Happy Canada Day to all our Canadian viewers. I hope you had a wonderful Canada Day long weekend. And we are going to miss our American brothers' 4th of July. So I will take this opportunity to wish you guys a happy 4th of July as it's about to happen.
Yeah.
Wow. Tonight, Andy, you're thinking it's going to be a bit of a short one this week?
I think so.
That's fine.
There's not as many toys as we usually have.
That's okay. That's all right. That's
Yeah.
all right.
Oddly enough, no Batman.
Oh.
It's kind of weird, but there's no Batman this week.
We don't have Batman, but we do have the real Burton Cummings.
There you go.
That was my my Canada Day yesterday.
Nice.
Got to see Burton Cummings.
Excellent. And how long did the show go? Did he give you like a
couple? Oh, he was one song encore, but he played a solid 2 hours.
Ooh.
Yeah. No opener.
Decent.
No opener. He played for 2 hours.
Nice.
It was essentially a Guess Who show with a couple of his solo tunes, and it was super cool. So I had a great time. And then of course we saw the Quinty International Air Show this weekend over at 8 Wing CFB Trenton in celebration of the 100th anniversary of the Royal Canadian Air Force, which I thought was really cool. We got to see some pretty cool. Got to see a historical flight of a Hawker Hurricane, a Spitfire, and a Mustang.
Nice.
And then they did another pass with the 100th anniversary CF-18. And then they did another pass with the Lancaster bomber and the Mitchell bomber. So it was this really cool heritage flight, which I thought was absolutely amazing.
And any sign of the Avro Arrow?
Not even a nose cone.
Oh.
No. Yeah, the CF-18 was there. Not a lot of fast air. We had the Viper demonstration team from the United States Air Force, as well as the Italian Air Force demonstration squad. If you've seen the Snowbirds, man, they make them look like they're standing still.
Oh, no.
I don't know what they're flying. They're flying some kind of trainer. It looks a little bit like the Hawk, but it's
Ferraris in air.
Yeah. 10 plane formation. It was awesome. It was so awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, and then they all flew off to do a thing for Ottawa yesterday. So
nice.
Lots of planes in the air this weekend.
Cool.
Yeah. Now, I guess, are we all settled?
Yeah, I think
I don't know if I'm settled yet. Let me have a drink of water here.
There you go. Quench your thirst.
While I'm thinking about what we're doing here, let me just take this opportunity to remind everybody, love to have you along for the ride. Glad to see you in the live chat. If you are interested in talking about any of the items that we mentioned tonight, if you want to have your say, always hit us up in the live chat. If you're really feeling like you want to be on the show, you can use the WhatsApp link in the description of the video. You can call us. The line is open. And yeah, you can call anytime.
Yeah. And not just fandoms that we're talking about tonight, but like if you got something.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
By all means.
We can't cover it all, and we miss stuff from week to week. And maybe you got something that's really entertainment, pop culture, interesting that we didn't think was, and you want to talk about it. We'd love to hear it.
Yeah.
All right, but before we get to any of that, let us have one more dose of
Random Fandom Trivia.
Always like it when we open with one of these.
They're always good. So
what do we got this week?
This week, it's not multiple choice.
Oh, you got to know, or you got to know the no.
You got to know the no.
Uh-oh.
Question.
Uh-oh.
What is the name of the alternate dimension in Netflix's Stranger Things?
Oh, oddly enough, I do know this. Oh. I've never watched a full episode of this show, but I do know this.
Oh, you got to watch it. It's good.
As I'm told. As a Dungeons and Dragons fan, I'm told that I must watch this. So.
Yes. The Mind Flayer and all of them are in there.
Vecna.
Yes.
Vecna. Yeah. Big evil god in the Dungeons and Dragons game.
Mm-hmm.
I do know the answer for this. I'm not going to answer because that just wouldn't be fair.
Well, we should probably give people like the 30-second Jeopardy.
What's the? Oh, we should do that. Okay, so we'll give you the. Yeah, I got to tune that up. Let's give you the doo music, and we'll check back in a few seconds. Catches me every time.
Mm-hmm. What's Gaz saying?
We've got one answer. We've got Gaz coming in. He's got a very long one. The Upside Down Crazy Wacky World ? So maybe.
Close.
What's the? There's a song lyric on the Sideways Down.
Maybe.
I can't remember who said that. That's not the answer, but that's what I was going to say.
Fair enough.
Something on the Sideways Down. Gaz, you are halfway right, sir.
Yep, it is the Upside Down.
It is the Upside Down. Yeah.
So
kind of funny that we've got it's sort of the answer is kind of in the poster there.
A little bit, yeah.
Is everybody flipped upside down like that?
Yep.
Stranger Things coming back for another season.
Yeah, the 5th and final season.
So maybe that'll be the time for me to watch it when I can just binge the whole thing and not have to wait for it. Kinda, I know people that did that with like Voltron. And then I still know some people who have not caught up on the Netflix, the Kevin Smith Masters of the Universe. What are you doing? Get caught up. It's so good.
Yeah. I saw a post the other day actually, and somebody was like, did anybody else know about this? Like there's these awesome shows on Netflix. I'm like, where have you been?
They're not watching our show.
No, they're not.
We've been talking about them for months.
Yeah.
But
yeah, if you haven't watched them, go watch them.
We're going to talk about some questionable entertainment stuff tonight. Stuff that I was like, what?
Yeah.
Before we do any of that, we should get to the sad stuff.
Yeah, because we've had such a long, well, it seems like a long streak. I guess we've got a few built up now.
All right, fair enough. All right, let's see who's up.
Well, first off, we've lost Willie Mays.
Oh wow,
legendary ball player. Played most of his career for New York and San Francisco.
Sure.
But often called the greatest player of all time. So he is right up there with Babe Ruth, Mickey Mantle, Lou Gehrig.
No, absolutely. Willie Mays, age 93 at the time of death. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Died of heart failure.
Yeah.
You know, there are worse ways to go. I hope it wasn't painful for him.
I'm hoping it was like in his sleep and, at least unnoticed to him.
We could all be so lucky as to just go in our sleep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Gaz messing with us already. Say, guy, did you know, guys, about all these crazy cool shows on Netflix?
I'm starting to learn.
Actually, the first half of the 90s show, second season of the 90s show dropped the other day. I haven't watched that. And I think there was something else that dropped this week. Is it the Beverly Hills Cop movie? No, that's later this month. That's later.
I know Madam Web popped up on Crave.
Oh, yeah. So for our Canadian viewers, if you have not seen Madam Web and you are waiting for streaming, it is available now on Crave with your HBO Max content.
If you go in with the expectations of a dumpster fire, you might be pleasantly surprised.
Oh, well, then maybe that'll apply to me because that's exactly what I was expecting.
Because, like, same with me. I was expecting a complete dumpster fire, but when you separate it from the actual mythos of it, it's got some redeeming qualities.
So, as I've been saying as of late, especially with the Star Wars stuff, because it's been so divisive, I've been sort of saying I don't want to put my opinions on. I do. That's a whole other show. I won't put my opinion on it for this one. I should watch something for what it is and not what I want it to be.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I do that, maybe I'll get more out of it.
Yeah. Because like going in, I wanted it to connect. And yes, there is connective tissue to the actual overall Sony Spider-Verse, but
I couldn't imagine there not being.
Out of place. It's out of chronological order, and the power sets do not match up. The timelines do not match up, but you remove all that from it, and it's not the worst one out there.
Okay, fair enough.
I enjoyed it more than Morbius.
Oh yeah, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So
okay. I mean, Morbius was mildly entertaining for me.
it had a couple moments, but
okay, all right.
Yeah. But back to Willie
All right,
Mays
yes.
here.
So Willie Mays, age 93 at the time of death.
Yeah, he finished his major league career with 660 home runs, over 3,000 hits,
only,
and a .302 batting average.
See, I don't know the stats in baseball, so I don't know. Presumably, a .302 is good.
I would assume so. I just 660 home runs, like they were doing. I think Babe Ruth was trying to go like 60 per season, right?
Only.
Or when he was, going back and forth with Lou Gehrig and stuff.
Right. Okay.
But
all right. Fair enough.
Baseball world has lost a good one.
And our thoughts go out to Willie's family and friends.
This next one.
Oh my God!
This next one sucks on a bunch of levels.
This is one you don't hear of every day. Now, maybe our friends over at the clubhouse, Zazel. I mean, this is probably more common in your neck of the woods, but wow, Tamayo Perry has perished in a shark attack. Pronounced dead at the scene.
Yeah, 49 years old.
Yeah, that one caught me off guard. And I don't. Do you remember his character?
I do not. I believe
neither do I. Yeah, like minor role, right?
Yeah.
But still, shark attack.
Yeah, and for a surfer, a lifeguard, you'd think these things were avoidable, I guess, but never can tell.
I'm gonna ask the Google machine.
How common?
How many people die of shark attacks per year? Let's see. What year was this? 2023. In 2023,
a grand total of
there were 14 confirmed shark-related fatalities in 2023, 10 of which were considered to be unprovoked.
Huh.
So you weren't like surfing looking like a seal or something.
Well, maybe they're just getting tired of having their fins cut off for soup.
Maybe. Now, if I click on this link, what am I getting? Oh, I'm getting the breakdown per nation. Oh, strangely enough, the United States, more than double that of Australia. The United States had 36 shark attacks last year, where Australia only had 15. For America, only 2 of those were fatal, yet 4 were fatal in Australia. Isn't that something else?
Crazy.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, it happened down in Hawaii. So.
Oh, sorry. Now we get another number here. We've got the. What did I just read?
I don't know.
14. Oh, sorry. 14. That's a national number. The global number for 2023 were 69 confirmed unprovoked cases. In line. Oh, so the most recent 5-year trend of 63 annually. There were 14 confirmed shark-related fatalities this year, 10 of which are assigned as unprovoked. Okay, so I was right the first time. Wow.
Yeah.
Gaz, I hear you, man. When I was a little kid and Jaws was making the rounds on television and on video, we had a swimming pool. I wouldn't even swim in my own pool. Having seen Jaws, man, I was just like, nope.
Favorite movie of all time.
There's a reason when I go on vacation, I only swim in the pools. I don't mind. That's not true. Well, I've done some snorkeling and stuff, and I do enjoy it. But like,
at some point, do you really want to chance it? Because like there's sharks.
Well, this is what I mean.
I mean, there was the stingray that took out Steve Irwin. There's crocodiles.
We had
all sorts of crazy stuff in the water.
We had not that long ago, within the last a few years, we had a shark come up the St. Lawrence River, like all the way to like Quebec City. Like that's bizarre, man. Like we're talking fresh water now.
Yeah.
We're not like
that's in line with that Netflix one that just recently dropped too, Under Paris.
Oh yeah. Okay.
With the shark attack there.
Oh dear. Gaz says, I wouldn't even go in the tub after I saw Jaws for the first time. Man, I get it. Like you want to talk about a movie that really, we talk staying power even now. And I know Bruce is this big mechanical thing that kind of worked sometimes.
Yeah, it worked well enough.
Yeah. It still has that effect where it's like, oh man, like you really do.
It could happen.
I think the John Williams music really
Oh,
lends itself to
yes.
that sort of that set the tension. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Bull sharks can adapt to fresh water. Yeah, okay.
Cool.
I don't even know what species it was. I'll have to double check that to see what it was.
Yeah. But back to Tomeo here. He had roles in, like you said, Pirates of the Caribbean, on Stranger Tides,
Right.
Blue Crush. He was also a lifeguard, loved by all in Honolulu. Um,
Oh, was it in Hawaii when he was
yeah,
attacked?
yeah,
Oh,
it was in
Okay.
at the bite near. I am so sorry for the pronunciation. This Malakahana Beach
Malakahana. I think that's right. Malakahana Beach,
on
Oahu's
Oahu's
North
North
Shore.
Shore.
Okay.
Yeah, but he was brought to shore by paramedics via jet ski and unfortunately pronounced dead at the scene. But he's also worked on Hawaii 5-0 and
So basically anything Caribbean like.
yeah, basically
That makes sense.
it was right in his wheelhouse. But thoughts go out to his family and his
Absolutely,
surviving wife, Amelia Perry.
So sad.
Mm-hmm. And another one, sumo wrestler / actor / former UFC fighter, Taylor Willie.
Why do I know him?
Well, he was been on Hawaii 5-0, Magnum PAI.
Obviously the new one, the new
Yeah,
Magnum, yeah. And he was a UFC fighter?
At one point, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. You
Is that back when
probably
it was
know
a
him.
underground like VHS bootleg copy?
I think it might have been, yeah.
One boxing glove, duct tape on or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might actually know him from his portrayal in the movie Forgetting Sarah Marshall. He becomes the confidant for what's his face's character, Jason Segel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. 1968 to 2024. He wasn't that old then.
No, he was 56.
Oof. Do we know cause of death?
We do not.
Okay.
But quoted online, people are saying, and this is from showrunner Peter M. Lentkov from Hawaii 5-0.
Yeah.
I am devastated, heartbroken. I'll post some detailed feelings later. It's just too hard right now.
That's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair. Everybody's got to grieve in their own way.
Yeah.
Oh no, not this one.
Yeah, this one.
This one was a tough one.
Donald Sutherland has passed on.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know that he was ill.
No,
mind you,
he's 88.
Well, still, he was working right up until not that long ago.
No,
I mean, with the Hunger Games aren't that old.
No, not at all.
And he was in all of them, but the most recent one,
prequel.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite Donald Sutherland role?
Probably Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Really?
The movie with Kirsty Swanson. Yeah.
I mean, it's tough not to pick MASH.
True.
I mean, the original Hot
movie,
Years. But if I had to pick a second one, I really, really liked him in Space Cowboys. He's faking the eye exam to get back into the program. I loved it. I'll just memorize the chart.
His son Kiefer did post online, with a heavy heart, I tell you that my father, Donald Sutherland, has passed away. I personally think one of the most important actors in the history of film. He loved what he did, and he did what he loved, and no one can never ask for more than that. A life well lived.
For sure. Oh, guys, favorite Donald Sutherland roles: Invasion of the Body Snatchers and Puppet Masters. Both movies that I've not seen.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers isn't terrible.
No,
it's a good remake of the original one.
Wait a minute, what's the one where they're like in vegetable pods? Is that the right one?
No, this one they kind of like go to bed and then the little spaghetti things come over and suck them into their new bodies.
Dear. Oh man. Oh, Kelly's Heroes. Yes. Yeah. Good one. Very good one.
Yep. So condolences to his family and whatnot.
Yeah.
And here's yet another one.
All right.
From Arrested Development, Roseanne, and
oh my God. Yeah.
Martin Mull has
Martin
passed.
Mull. He ended up playing the lawyer recently on the Netflix series on The Ranch. Do you remember The Ranch?
I never watched it.
You didn't? Dude.
I know.
Dude. I know, all Danny Masterson issues aside, the show was pretty well written. And Martin ends up playing the lawyer in the series. Very good stuff too. And Sheriff what's his nuts? Oh my god. He was the sheriff in Six Pack with Kenny Rogers.
Oh, okay.
The guy who played the sheriff in that movie plays the veterinarian.
Nice.
Here from a chargees. Can't remember his name. He was his was the 70s remake with Leonard Nimoy.
Okay, I might be thinking of a different one then.
Maybe. Okay.
Yeah. His daughter Maggie Mull on Friday shared the news on Instagram, saying, "I am heartbroken to share that my father has passed away at home on June 27th after a valiant fight against a long illness. He was known for excelling at every creative discipline imaginable and also for doing Red Roof in commercials. He would find that joke funny, and he was never not funny. He would be deeply missed by his wife and daughter, by his friends, co-workers, and fellow artists and comedians and musicians, and the sign of a truly exceptional person, by many, many dogs. I loved him tremendously."
I also think of him as a regular on Tom Bergeron's run of the Hollywood Squares. He was a regular all the time.
Yeah.
Him and Whoopi.
But yeah, condolences to the family.
Absolutely.
Hollywood lost another one.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And unfortunately, sticking to a somewhat sad role.
This isn't the death of a person.
No, but I know Hank is going to be upset by this because he just found it.
Death of a franchise.
Yeah. My Hero Academia is set to end in 5 chapters, and it will end on August 5th with a special issue of the Shonen Jump.
Have you been following this? Have you been reading it?
I've read like the first 24. I fell off there after my kid fell out of it. But,
right.
Yeah.
Oh, Harley was into this, wasn't she?
She was.
Yeah.
She was
okay.
Pretty invested.
Oh, Colonel Mustard and Clue. True. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, and TJC is here.
Good evening, sir. How are you? I hope all is well this evening.
But yeah, after 10 years in print, My Hero Academia is finally coming to a close. Creator Kohei Horikoshi, he, ushered in the manga from an epilogue as the final war for All for One, who is the main villain of the whole thing.
Gotcha.
Has now ended.
Crazy is that crazy hair guy in the back?
No, that's actually All Might.
Oh, he's a hero?
Yeah, he is the hero that gives Deku his powers.
Okay.
Or helps him get his powers, I guess. It's really weird because he's got to eat his hair to do so. It's a weird series, but
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
why not? Sure, let's just chew on our hair.
Yeah. The creator did post online though. Apologies
for not working. It's not working.
I think you got to eat someone else's hair.
Oh shit!
Get away from my.
Not doing it.
Nope,
not doing it.
But he says, apologies for the 2-week break. My schedule piled up, and there are just 5 chapters left until the manga's end. Some might think there's still 5 chapters to go, while others think just 5 chapters left. But I'll do my best to make sure both camps enjoy these last 5 chapters with Deku and the others. It was a rocky road, but I was able to draw Deku and his friends for nearly 10 years thanks to everyone who kept on reading. It was a dream. Thank you so much. Well, let's meet against in the jump.
Cool.
Yeah. So, 10-year run for a franchise. That's pretty good. And like there could be more spinoffs.
I mean, manga is not, I attribute manga as being sort of adjacent to comic books. I know that their manga fans will destroy me for saying that because it's not.
Yeah.
But, in the bookstore, they kind of tend to float in the same place.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Has there been how many, I'm not a big manga fan, but you think of them as a comic books that last for 50 plus years.
Yeah.
Has there been many mangas that have gone that long?
I would assume your Dragon Ball Z and whatnot, maybe One Piece. Hank would know better.
The
ones that I followed, Yu-Gi-Oh, did not last that long, but they did do spin-offs, right? So GX and then 5Ds and Zexal and a whole bunch more.
I'm just trying to gauge, is a 10-year run for a manga, is that normal? Is that good? Is that longer than normal? Is that
I think it's good. I mean,
10 years for any entertainment property is pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, like not only did they have the manga, but they also spun into some movies. There's a TV show,
Right.
lots of action figures, statues, a crap ton of adjacent merchandise.
Right. And our other streaming partner Hank, who has just discovered My Hero Academia just this year,
Mhm.
is disappointed because he felt like he feels
Just
like
found it.
He had just found it. Now I'm being denied.
Yeah. Well, at least he's going to get its full run, though, right? So
Yeah, that's
start
true.
to
That's
finish.
true.
It's much better
That's
than
true.
having a something start and then not finish, right?
Not finish. Oh,
The cliffhanger ending.
yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. This next one,
This one is like
it has me rethinking my future. And I'm sure some of you folks that are also out there in the live streaming space are aware of this. Maybe you are considering the same.
because from a business standpoint, this just seems stupid to me.
Uh,
Like, what are you doing?
Elon Musk is going to take the live streaming aspect of X, formerly Twitter, and make that a paid only premium feature.
So you're gonna have to pay to stream to Twitter.
Yeah, so not that we, I don't think we've ever had a live chat comment. Well, no, that's not true. We
might have
we
had one
have
or
had a
two.
couple come in from Twitter, but we stream like right now we are streaming live to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our X account.
Mhm.
And I mean, if Twitter's going or if X is going to make that a premium feature, that's just one less gateway for us to reach our audience. It has me rethinking whether or not we should be maybe moving to another platform to multi-stream.
Yeah,
Maybe it's time to start learning OBS.
maybe.
Uh,
But yeah, like users that want to pay for it, the basic tier starts at $3, and that doesn't even get you live streaming. You got to go to the premium and premium plus tiers, which are 8 and 16 respectively. So
I'm not doing that. There's
No.
just I'm not.
no,
I
why,
just
why pay an extra $16 just to go to an extra location?
as serious as we are in the live streaming gig in our fourth year now, I'm not paying Musk that much money every month for the privilege to do that on a
Yeah.
platform that I don't even know if I really like.
Well, according to a report, this news comes just days after another report showed that the platform is losing money hand over fist.
Oh, no
So,
wonder. Okay, yeah. We need an infusion.
Yeah, and this is not going to get you what you need, sir.
Well, I mean, if if this is impacting the live streaming community the way I think it is, I'm sure that people are. I mean, if you are, I hate to say it. I mean, what's the joke? If you're making that YouTube money,
Yeah.
I mean, it's in the phrase, the YouTube money.
Mm-hmm.
I think like a lot of people, we've sort of put our eggs in the YouTube basket.
Yeah.
We're certainly not there yet. We're quite
No.
a ways away from that. But like
We're hoping.
at some point, I can't see why we wouldn't. And I mean, right now, YouTube is still the most viable platform as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Widest reach.
Absolutely. So, if it ever comes down to it, if you happen to be watching us on X, it may not.
You
be
might
for,
not be for
It
long.
might not be for long.
Yeah. But moving on to our next one. This one's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Star Wars Bounty Hunters is making a return.
I played
And
the crap out of this game.
This time, the Boba Fett Easter egg is real.
So you're gonna get a skin.
You are going to get a skin.
Gonna get a Boba Fett skin.
Yeah. So the 2002 GameCube and PS2 game Star Wars Bounty Hunter is being revived and re-released on PC, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X, as well as S and Nintendo Switch.
I don't want to spoil this for anybody because this is absolutely TJC. He knows this is absolutely one of the most amazing Star Wars games, and yes, it's 3 generations old.
Yeah.
Prior to the merger, the Disney buyout, in Star Wars Legends, Star Wars Bounty Hunter was the story of how Jango Fett became the template for the clone army.
That's cool.
It is very, very cool. And a lot of stuff that we've covered in some of our other Star Wars content, some of it comes from here. Like
references back to it.
Yeah. Like for instance, another one in Legends, it was rumored that Asajj Ventress, her curved lightsabers were given to her by Count Dooku. They originally belonged to another Dark Jedi by the name of Komari Vosa, who just happens to be the final boss battle in this game.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Oh, spoiler! Did I spoil that?
Nah. Well, you still got to beat him.
Her.
Oh,
You got to beat her.
Oh,
yeah,
now
yeah,
it's a spoiler.
yeah. It's not easy either.
But anyway, this will come out on August 1st, and it'll be priced right at only $19.99, and that's probably US. So expect
Now
a
this
couple
is
bucks
not
more
a.
for us,
This
but,
is not a. Are we calling this a remaster?
I don't think
It's
it's
not
being
a
fully remastered.
It's not a
no.
rebuild. So this is not going to be this generation graphics. It's you'll have some better lighting, maybe some better textures.
Yeah.
This is going to look its age. Play it anyway. If you've not played this game, if you are a Star Wars video game fan, this is a must play.
Yeah.
Absolutely must play.
But they're saying this is yet another revival from Aspire, which is working to fix, I guess, the launch of Battlefront, the classic collection.
Oh,
So they're still trying to clean up that mess. But maybe this is just like a little quickie, throw it out there.
Yeah. This
we
just
don't have to do much.
This will hold you over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
guys, you got to go.
Worries.
No problem, sir. Whatever you're doing, I hope you have a good time. If you are hanging out in the clubhouse, maybe we'll catch you later. Right on.
What TJC says.
TJ says a game from back when LucasArts was cool. Yeah, when LucasArts was a thing.
Yeah.
I did like them back then. They were doing such good stuff.
But I guess there is the message written in Orabesh that says cash in all your bounties to play as Boba.
Oh, nice.
And that was the Easter egg, right?
Yeah.
And the message exists, but the feature did not.
It did not, yeah.
So Chris Bashar, from the director of product, says now, even if you hit 100% on your save file, you were only able to play as Django. But we've brought this Easter egg to life. So after completing the campaign, you can then equip a new Boba Fett skin for your next playthrough.
Oh, that's cool.
So, yeah.
Now I can go do it as my son.
Exactly. But this next one is kind of weird. Full Metal Jacket is going to finally have its artwork restored on Prime Video.
So, first of all, I didn't know that this was even a thing.
No, me neither. But Matthew Modine, I guess, noticed it and posted on X, why did they remove the Born to Kill from his helmet?
I get that there's sensitivities, but I mean, this is part of the message of the movie.
It is. There's a whole back and forth about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, Silver Spider in the house.
Silver Spider says, I'm still waiting for Star Wars 1313. Hopefully they get it going again. I don't know if did you catch we talked about 1313. I think some elements of 1313 are going to show up in Star Wars Outlaws. Don't quote me on that. However, we did get an homage to Star Wars 1313 in season 7 of Star Wars: The Clone Wars. In the Martez sisters arc, their shop was on level 1313, and they used a lot of the same camera angles as the ships going down into the bowels of Coruscant. I am disappointed that game didn't come to fruition either, because I absolutely wanted to play that. Certainly, the little test footage that they showed off was like, oh, salivating. Still looking forward to Star Wars Outlaws. I hope that'll fill my
it looks good.
My scum and villainy quota for the next little while.
But Modine was, or we're quoting him here. Not only did they alter a piece of iconic art by Philip Castle, but they also completely misunderstood the point of it.
Well, there you go. Right.
Yeah. Because it's there to represent the duality of man.
Right? Absolutely. Yeah.
Like the whole character line, the Colonel confronts him and says, you write Born to Kill on your helmet, and yet you wear a peace button. What's that supposed to be? Some kind of sick joke?
Yeah, no. Yeah, I hear you.
And he fires back, the duality of man and the Jungian thing, sir.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He's like, whose side are you on, son? Our side, sir. Don't you love your country? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And how about getting with the program?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
But yeah, like even the guy who played Joker went online saying, this is what it's about. So put it back.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
I just can't believe that even was a thing. Like somebody said, oh, we should just take this off here because it might be offensive to some.
Yeah.
Presumably it was offending, or somebody was sensitive about it.
Oh, there's so much more you can be offended about. Like Arlie Emery's whole speech.
Oh,
Sucking golf balls through garden hoses. Come on now.
A jelly fucking donut.
I didn't know they stack shit head high.
Choke yourself with my hand. Oh my God. It just, that movie keeps giving.
Oh, so does.
It's like watching two movies, by the way.
Yeah,
It's
because there's the
really is.
first half and then the half when they're actually deployed.
No, absolutely. Yeah.
What's this from Joe Fan here?
Joe Fan 84. Evening, gentlemen. Sorry, I can't stay. I'm at work, unfortunately. Yeah, well, it means that bills
Gotta
aren't
do what you gotta do.
bills aren't going to pay themselves. Have a great stream. Catch you on the replay. Man, thank you so much.
Thank you. Well, this next one's kind of weird. You know the movie Megan about the little killer doll friend?
Do you have a picture?
We do.
Okay.
Well, it's getting a spin-off called Soulmate to be released sometime in 2026.
Okay.
And they're saying it's going to be thrilling and seductive.
So is this going to be like
Well, they're quoted as saying, well, according to Variety, Soulmate focuses on a man who tries to cope with the loss of his wife using an AI android.
Oh dear.
In an attempt to create a truly sentient partner,
Oh,
he inadvertently turns a harmless love bot into a deadly soulmate. So, yeah, he's going to have a sex bot. So whereas the Megan one is for kids, the soulmate
this image we're looking at, that's Megan.
That's Megan, who is still getting a sequel of her own.
Is it me, or is there like a Scarlett Johansson thing going on there?
A little bit looking like.
I can't get over that. That it kind of, it just the only thing that would make this even funnier is if the movie is set in Japan. Do you know what I mean?
Of the curve already there.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. But you know, it's going to be coming out from Blumhouse, and
of course it is
with Atomic Monster. But they've also got that Megan 2, which is set to come out at some point.
All right.
But Soulmate will be directed by Kate Dolan, who has described the movie as an exploration of relationships and loneliness.
Sure.
Despite technological advances, there are enduring human truths we cannot escape, and I am looking forward to delving into these depths.
So it's a kink movie.
I guess.
It's a killer kink movie.
Mm-hmm. So I basically see what it's going to be. You know, it's going to start out, the wife dies, he's sad, and then the option presents itself to get your soulmate. So he'll get it, and then, you know, he'll do his sex bot thing with it.
Yeah, he'll have his...
It'll get attached,
yeah,
and then he'll be like, oh, I found a real human, and it'll be like, no, I'm your soulmate.
Yeah, exactly.
Stab, stab, stab.
If I can't have you,
yeah,
no one can.
Yes.
Oh,
that is my prediction for this movie. With sex bot nudity.
Yeah. No, yeah. Which, of course, the bot will be an actor. For sure, it's going to be an actor.
There's going to be a stand-in human for it.
Maybe a little plasticized makeup or something.
But like watching Megan, it was creepy.
Yeah.
To watch that little thing go around and try and kill everyone. Sure. Dogs and stuff.
If you're just tuning in now, folks, this is Random Fandom for Tuesday, July 2nd. We're talking movies, TV, toys, whatever comes to mind. If you've got something that you want to talk about, hit us up in the live chat, or you can use the WhatsApp link in the description of the video. You can call in.
Yeah, and have your
say. The line is open. We totally want to hear from you, so hit us up.
Yep. Next up, though, we got some toy news.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Who knew that we needed this one?
I've got to get the pictures ready because we had a good laugh over this
you did.
Earlier this week.
But NECA has decided that we need a 8-inch fully clothed figure for Jessica Fletcher.
So first of all, I have a few of the line. Oh, that's too bad. We don't have. Oh, we do have it. Okay. I saw the picture of this, and I showed it to my wife, and my wife immediately went, "Oh, it's Sally Jesse Raphael."
No, it's supposed to be Angela Lansbury.
Of course, it's Angela Lansbury. I presume that a lot of that, the look of this figure probably comes from I feel like this was probably used as part of the source material for this figure, but you cannot deny.
Yeah,
you cannot deny that there's a little Sally in there.
There is for sure.
You know, with all of the weird licenses that NECA has been getting, and I mean,
some of them are awesome. And some of them are like, what are you doing?
To me, this comes from the same place as what? Golden Girls?
Well, you know what? There is an audience. Those things are hard to find.
Of course they are. Of course they are. Yeah.
They sold out at store level and very rarely
I mean,
pop up on the collector.
all I've said now at this point, we're getting Jessica Fletcher. All we need now, Matlock. Matlock.
Okay, so
K-Daw. I love this lady in all of the roles that she has played.
she's played a lot.
Mrs. Pot.
That too. Knobs and broomsticks.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
But yeah, you can get your Jessica Fletcher, who comes with her purse, sweater, a copy of her book, and a typewriter.
Well,
so she can sit there and reenact the opening scene of Murder, She Wrote.
How many crossovers they do?
Oh, I don't know.
Did they do a Matlock crossover?
I think so.
I think they did.
But yeah, it's estimated this will be shipping October 2024, so later on this year. But if that doesn't fill your Jessica quota, there's also a Toonie Classics.
I'm surprised that they're actually producing her in this form factor.
This is a weird one for her because she's not a horror figure. I mean,
no,
but
I mean
Toonie
TV. So clearly there must be
delving into it. Yeah.
I mean, if this is the first, are the Golden Girls coming back? Because the Golden Girls,
they could
if they still have that license, they could make the jump to the Toon tree. Now, all of their licenses seem to be getting the Toon treatment. We've got the Toonie Terrors. We've got
basically just the cartooned versions of all the horror characters they're already doing.
Right, but then we've had some other ones too. Like we've had
Vincent Price.
Right, Vincent Price.
They announced that not too long ago.
We had Scott from Teen Wolf. We had Beetlejuice, and now we're getting. In fact, I just saw on the weekend they're exercising their DC license and they're doing Toonie Heroes.
Oh, geez!
I just saw Superman
and the Joker, I believe, in that series.
Yeah. So, if this is going to be billed as Toonie TV, I can't imagine that there isn't.
There's room for so much.
That's what I mean. I can't imagine that there isn't plan or not plans
to get the entire 80s lineup there. So you'll get like Love Boat in Dallas, Knight Rider.
Did you just say Knight Rider?
I did say Knight Rider. Everybody needs a Michael Knight.
Where's my A-Team?
Well, they're in there too, if they get the license.
I'd like to know where the rights to that are laying.
Mm-hmm. They've got to be somewhere because they did do that remake.
The reboot movie, which I quite enjoyed.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
I love that movie.
But yeah, this one comes out July 2024, so you can get her way quicker than the 8-inch version.
Yeah.
Sticking with NECA though, you remember dinosaurs?
Yeah.
Well, Earl's getting another one.
I was going to say, didn't they already do some dinosaurs?
They did, but now we're getting Ultimate Earl Sinclair from the We Say So garb.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, they did him before, but he was just
like plain house clothes.
Yeah.
He's got all his work stuff, including a lunchbox with the weird little creature things in it, 6-pack of beer.
I'd like to know if this is a straight up reissue of the mold with just extra stuff.
It probably is, but who knows?
Guy's taking a page from the Hasbro book.
Yeah. Does look good though.
No, I agree. And if you're a fan of the show, I mean, does this fall under the things you didn't know you needed?
It might. It depends if you get, well, you got to have the baby at some point.
Not the mama.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But who knows if they're going to go the full line because.
Well, like the whole family.
Yeah.
I
would hope
think
they
that
would.
You would, right?
Yeah. But this one apparently is now available at Target, but it'll be coming to the rest of the NECA retailers.
Ooh, Target.
Yeah, so America, get on it.
Which means we may or may not see it GameStop, maybe Toys R Us. I won't hold my breath on that.
Yeah. This next one kind of caught me off guard coming from Super 7. I don't know if you knew about this one, but
I saw one today.
Their new wave, it includes 2 Barbarian.
I saw it today.
Conan the Barbarian and Call the Conqueror.
Yeah.
Both inspired by the 70s comic books that they were in.
Now, are these comic inspired or are these magazine inspired?
Oh, good question.
There was that whole thing.
According to the actual Super 7 description, it says comic books, but that could be magazines as well, right?
Well, the magazines were in black and white, so with the color photos, maybe. Does that mean that? Like, I would love to know if there's a Marvel tag on the back of that box somewhere.
Maybe.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I guess it wouldn't necessarily. Well, Marvel would have the rights to their stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean,
and it still would be a likeness to that version, right?
it would be, and it would be with the estate, because I think Conan is owned outright by oh my God, what's the author's name?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, the author, the guy who wrote the books, Doyle, Conan Doyle, Arthur Conan Doyle. I think it's with the estate.
Yeah,
I believe that the actual ownership is to the estate. That's a tough one. Question for you: did you prefer? You know that the deal with the Conan thing, right? Because of how risque it was. That's why they didn't. That's why they printed them in the magazine format, so they didn't have to go through the comics code.
Get boobies in there.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
He's a barbarian. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. Bikini mail for all the ladies.
But yeah, if you do end up getting both of them, which completes the Ultimates Wave 2, you will get the exclusive Bloody Weapons accessory pack. So, and that gets, it's purchased when you purchase through super7.com, but you get basically the weapons they already have, but blood splatter variants.
Sorry, pardon me.
I know, accessory pack. Who cares?
No, it was just like, oh my God, I've been in the sun all day working on construction projects. So I'm like, oh, I'm still a bigger fan. I do like the movie, the Conan stuff. I still am hoping to pick up the Valeria and the Subutai. We just need the wizard now. But these are cool. These are definitely cool.
They look
not
good.
not for me.
Super 7, you can expect the same quality from them, right? So.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting another essentially He-Man body.
Yeah.
But it works. It totally works on this one.
Yes, it does.
Because it's Conan.
Yeah. This next one is not the He-Man body, but apparently it's going to be available at Comic-Con 2024. G.I. Joe Cobra Mortal.
I just saw this one today as well. And all I see is Commando Snake Eyes. Why is it? It's Commando Snake Eyes in red and silver.
It looks like that. But apparently it's inspired by the vintage Argentine market toy.
Oh.
Which he was an on-again, off-again Cobra assassin in a bright red and silver uniform.
I feel like if you are a deadly assassin, that does not lend itself to being sneaky.
Unless you're like, in Chrome Valley or something. But you're gonna have to go to the Comic-Con, wherever it may be, exclusively at the Super 7 booth.
It's probably going to be SDCC then.
It could be, yeah.
Yeah.
But July 24th to 28th, so next 2 weeks from now, I guess.
Oh my God, yeah.
But after that, there will be some quantities available on super7.com on Monday, July 29th.
Okay.
If you miss out there.
The Google machine will tell me. San Diego Comic-Con 2024.
Dun, dun, dun.
July 25th to the 28th.
Well, there you go.
There you go. So San Diego.
Booth number 2543, if you're heading out there. I am not.
One day.
Someday I'd like
one
to.
day. Kim and I have been talking about this for years, since we started doing conventions together. Because we do Niagara every year, or try to every year.
Yeah.
It's like,
do you go for
the granddaddy of them all? Like, what would a big convention be like? Would you even be able to do and see everything like over the course? I don't know if I could do it.
And especially since it's in America, it costs, a bit more for us.
On the West Coast at that.
Yeah.
Here we are in the East. So like the travel, the accommodations, the food, all that stuff.
Yeah. All the other extras.
And that our dollar doesn't go as far as.
Yeah. And that's before you even get in the convention door.
Right. Which is why I keep hoping that at some point Star Wars Celebration will come to Canada.
Yeah.
Vancouver, Toronto, Montreal. I mean, those are really the only choices.
Yeah.
Lucasfilm, if you're, or I guess Disney, Lucasfilm, if you're listening. I know you're not. Celebration.
They're always listening.
Celebration Toronto. Please.
But that does bring us to our next segment.
Oh my gosh, is it that time again? Holy cow. Let me fire up the machine here. Yeah, here we go.
Loading lexicon. Generating responses. Responses ready. Lexicon is the word game where you decide what's real and what is a con. Get ready. Here we go.
All right, it is once again time to play Lexicon, our little word game here where we present you with a batshit sounding comical word that is 100% legit. And your job is to pick from one of three definitions, the correct one, or in some cases, the most correct one.
Mm-hmm.
You never know when we're going to throw a red herring at you. And of course, if we've done our job, then we will have fooled you all and pulled off the con. Andy, what do you got this week?
All right. Our word this week is mancation.
That's not a real word.
It is a real word. I assure you. Mancation.
So, I mean, we know. Okay. Well, I'm just, yeah. All right.
All right. Definition number one.
Dude's on a vacation.
A noun, the act of maiming or mutilation.
Oh, that's interesting.
Definition number two, also a noun.
Okay.
A holiday for a group of men, especially ones that involve typically masculine pursuits. More beer. Definition number three, also a noun, a medicine that is used to treat and cure illness in the male gender.
Mancation. Man medication. I love it.
So those are
wow.
your three options.
Wow. Okay, you know what? Let's give you our timer music and we'll check back in. I have some thoughts on this, but we'll get to it after the music. Here we go. Where's this one from?
Actually, it's in the website. It's really good.
Oh, yeah? All right.
We have our first answer coming in here.
We do, yeah. Oh, there's another one. We've got K-Daw coming in at number 1. Silver Spider also coming in at number 1. And we'll wait a few more seconds here. I have some thoughts on this. First of all, I think it's hilarious that my first thought, of course, is a vacation for dudes. And it's there. I want it to be that one. I don't think it is. I just want it to be that one. Medicine. A medicine used to treat and cure illnesses of the male gender. It almost
man cold.
I'm going to follow Kay and Silver Spider's lead on this one. Mancation. I think man is like the root, like mangle or like something like that. Mancation. I'm going to go with maiming, mutilation. Number 1, not calling a friend. Final answer. Lock it in.
All righty.
Yeah.
Well, Zazel's coming in.
Zazel's Clubhouse coming in. Number 1.
Number 1 as well. Well, if you picked number 1.
Yeah.
Congratulations, because you were right in the year 1727.
Wow.
But definition number 2
what
is also correct for the updated use of mancation.
Is that a slang or is that an actual?
That is actually being adopted into the new dictionary.
Oh my. Well, that's a double ding for that.
Yeah. The third one is the lie.
So wow. Well, congratulations to everybody who said 1, and an extra congratulations for me for getting it true because I just wanted it to be that, and now it is.
So
going on the mancation, gonna have a brandy. Why not do both?
I don't know. The mutilation might get you in trouble on that.
You do number 2 and then have a number 1 while you're down there.
Yeah,
wherever you're at.
Yeah, you end up doing a number 1. Just don't do another number 2.
People think that we're talking about bathroom habits right now.
Probably. I don't know.
Context.
That's what it is.
Yay, Wes. Thank you.
But that moves us on to our next one.
All right.
So the new Karate Kid movie has wrapped filming.
Yeah, the kid in me wants this. What am I? Who am I kidding? The almost 50-year-old in me wants this pretty bad.
Yeah, well,
I've been a Cobra Kai fan from day one because of how stupid, ridiculous it is.
It's over the top awesome.
It is over the top, all right, in some of the worst ways, and it's for that reason I love it. Like it's dripping fromage, and I love it.
But Ralph Macchio, he honored the original movie's 40th anniversary release.
Is that what we're aiming for that?
Yeah, June 22nd,
Ooh.
1984 was the original release of The Karate Kid.
So wait,
So we're a couple weeks behind on this one, but
wait, when is this dropping then?
the new movie I think is supposed to drop after season 6 of Cobra Kai.
Oh, right. And that's coming up like
We're getting
this month.
First part, I believe. Yeah, this month.
I believe it's this month. Yeah.
But this new movie, if you didn't already know, is going to encompass all of it. So not only is it going to take from the original movies, it's also going to include Jackie Chan, the reboot there where he's Mr. Han.
That's right.
And I'm guessing it's probably going to include a bunch from Cobra Kai as well.
I would think so.
It'd be weird if they didn't include it, but
the Google machine is telling me season 6, July 18th for the first couple episodes anyway. Yeah.
Because they're splitting it up into 3, aren't they?
3 parts. Yeah.
Yeah. So
have you ever heard, have you followed any of the press stuff from the previous seasons?
I have not.
You know that one of the ideas, and I'm all for this, in the world of, and I don't think this falls into like reboot territory, but in like prequel, sequel, there was a young Miyagi story. I would like to see that.
That'd be cool.
I would totally like to see.
I mean, season 6 of Cobra Kai, they still have to bring in the next
Julie.
Karate Kid. Yeah, to make
Julie.
it proper.
Gotta get Julie. Can they afford her?
Why not?
Can they afford Reese Wank now?
Sure.
I hope so. But again, sometimes actors do things because they're passionate about it, because they enjoyed it. Like,
I mean, she's part of a franchise, right?
Yeah.
Or even now, like a legacy this far in, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
Sure. Legacy.
Sure. Legacy franchise.
Yeah.
Can I say that?
Sure.
That's what I'm calling it. A legacy franchise.
Yeah.
And I'm all for it. I mean, we've gotten everybody else. I didn't expect, oh my God, the guy, Karate Kid 3, the opponent from that. I did not expect him to show up. Not Terry Silver, the other guy, Mike,
the hired gun guy.
Mike.
Karate champion Mike guy.
Yeah. I did not expect him to show up.
Yeah. But it was nice that he did.
No, absolutely.
So looking forward to this one.
Yes. And season 6. Come on.
Yes. This next one, I am on board with what they're doing.
Is this not the second time this has happened at DC?
This is, yes.
Yeah. Wow.
But this time DC has pulled Francesco Mattina's variant covers following AI art allegations. And looking at the Superman cover, it's looking pretty suspicious.
What are we basing this on?
If you look at the bottom of the S, the chest plate there,
sure,
the bottom of the S is there twice.
The bottom of the S. Oh, the bottom of the S is in there twice, isn't it?
Yeah, and a normal human artist would not draw it twice.
No, you wouldn't.
So they've called into question.
I see what you're saying.
Other
the negative space, the yellow.
Yeah,
I see it.
Yeah,
I see it.
Because of that, they've pulled his variant covers, and they're basically have yet to be replaced. All that's in the solicitations is to be determined or to be announced. Yeah, like
plain brown paper covers for all books from now on.
Yeah, draw your own. Just do the blank variant. Yeah,
paint by number covers for the kids.
Yeah.
Well, I don't blame them for pulling them. We've had this discussion before about AI art, and I'm not saying that there isn't a place for it.
Not in the professional,
but
art
it certainly
world,
does not.
Like where,
you know,
the amount of like drawing and artistic talent that goes into creating.
Yeah.
Just to have it like overshadowed.
You know where I do see it a reasonable use for this? Storyboarding.
Yeah,
you could storyboard, I think, fairly quickly through AI if somebody knew the right. I guess if you're using prompts to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, certainly not something that you're going to put out for somebody to consume for purchase.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not a fan of that. Zazel, I'd paint it thrice, but I'm not a very good artist, and I'm not an artist at all. Same, my friend.
But I guess last week, Adi Granov an artist who has done a lot of work on Iron Man. He posted a message on Facebook saying, when image generators first came to prominence, and the first person who came to mind was the serial plagiarist Francesco Mattina. As I thought he'd think all of his Christmases have come at once. If you don't remember, he made a whole career out of photo bashing other people's art, mine included, into whatever you want to call his work. Quotes.
Is this the guy that basically traced the covers?
It could be, or if he's just using like sample images from.
There's a guy. I just saw a thing about this. I can't remember what the name was. They were comparing him to like Alex Ross. And Alex, by the way, there's no comparison. Alex Ross, who will take a photograph, take a photograph of a model, and then he'll transpose that photograph into his style.
Yeah.
But he's taking the photograph.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's not just a like straight, I'm going to use a filter on this photograph.
Yeah.
Looking at that as reference and then painting it.
Yeah, exactly. As opposed to taking another piece of art, like, oh, here's we'll say this Batman image for instance,
which is also a Francesco cover,
right?
But
so
as you can see the resemblance between the two, right?
No, sure, but let's say I'll take that Batman pose and then I will trace it and make that Spawn, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, there's someone out there that's doing that.
Yes.
I don't remember if is it this guy?
I don't know.
Maybe it's this guy.
He continued on. He says, I don't post about artists I dislike, but I neither consider him an artist nor can I hide my dislike for the continued blatant plagiarism. Anyhow, here's his new cover. Not only is he a hack, but he's not even good enough to hide the glaring mistake on one of the most iconic symbols in all of pop culture.
Yeah, there is that.
True.
Internationally recognized symbol.
Yeah. But his cover for Batman Brave and the Bold number 15 had already been replaced by Carrie Randolph. And that cover, I guess, was supposed to appear on a future issue, but they just pulled it and used it now. So, good on DC for like.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Out there.
I mean, they have to after the backlash that from the last one.
Yeah.
When Zazel says, when I first heard of Alex Ross, I misread it as Axl Rose. I was very confused for a few moments. You know where you are? You're on the cover, baby. You're gonna fly. That worked, didn't it? Did that work? Okay.
Very good.
All right.
But Variety, I guess, has given us our first look at the upcoming Gladiator 2, starring Pedro Pascal.
Can we call this a sequel? I
believe it is.
Historically speaking, are we anywhere near Commodus or the characters established in the first one?
According to the thing, we are 24 years after Gladiator hit cinemas, but the movie itself will be taking place. What did they say here? Like around 20 years after the first one.
All right.
So we do have returning cast members.
Like is Russell Crowe going to show up in this?
He might in a flashback, but I don't think so.
We all saw his portrayal of Zeus, right?
Yes.
So he's definitely not in gladiator form.
No, he's in,
but he's at that stage of his life.
He's in emperor form.
Oh yeah.
But we'll be getting the grown-up version played by Paul Mescal of Lucius.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Who is there? Battling Pedro Pascal's Roman general Marcus Cassius, who is supposed to be the guy who trained under Russell Crowe's Maximus Meridius.
Okay.
Is due out November 22nd this year, so we don't have to wait too long for it. But it picks up a couple decades after the events of the first movie and after Maximus's demise.
Yeah.
Apparently, Lucius ends up a prisoner of Rome, despite being the grandson of the emperor. And Pedro Pascal's character, he trained as a junior officer under Russell Crowe's character, although he wasn't seen in the first movie. They're just kind of like, oh yeah,
he was there. Yeah, he was
and
there.
Based on the amount of like soldiers and whatnot we go by in that first one.
Yep.
You could pluck anybody from that, right?
Sure. I just read a thing today. Pedro Pascal was basically talking about how difficult it was to film this. Saying that working with a guy who was that much younger, that much more fit and committed to the role. He said it was brutal to fight him, and he wouldn't want to have to do it again.
No doubt.
Yeah. Silver Spider says, "Take my money." I'm definitely watching this movie. Michael Martinez, hey guys, work ran late. Thankfully, we're still going. Yes, of course. Yeah. The show, it kind of goes. It goes where it goes.
Yeah, it'll end when it ends. But
better late than never. By the way, thanks for tuning
right.
in. Thank you.
Yeah. I guess Paramount Pictures revealed 5 minutes of footage behind closed doors at CinemaCon back in April.
Yep.
So IGN gave it a 7 out of 10, and why not? Good. First one was good, right? So.
Yeah, I feel like Gladiator, the original Gladiator, it's a piece of cinematic history. I feel
even with its little flaws and whatnot.
Sure, but that movie is on several must-watch lists.
Yes, it is
for good reasons too.
Yeah,
so
and not even the cart flipping over, revealing the propane tanks.
No,
but it's still in there. I mean, it's like a blink and you miss it moment. But once you know it's there, you're going to see it every time. But,
absolutely.
But, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
This next one, I had no idea until it popped up on the newsfeed.
I didn't know that this was a thing.
But apparently Jack Casey is set to star as Hellboy. It's going to be a reboot called Hellboy: The Crooked Man,
based on a Mignola script.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
But the trailer itself, we've linked to it in the show notes if you want to go have a look. It feels more like a B movie horror.
You sent this to me yesterday?
I think so.
Yesterday. I watched it. No, sorry. You sent it to me on Saturday.
Was it Saturday?
Yeah, it was Saturday. I watched it and I immediately went, I looked at it.
It feels like the Blair Witch in the opening half of it.
I was watching it. Kim's like, "What are you watching?" And I'm like, "A Hellboy fan film." It's immediately, that's exactly what I thought it was. I'm like, this just looks like fan film quality. And I'm like, oh, it could be real. Maybe it's real. Like, is it? What?
It's real. It's coming to theaters later this year.
Yeah.
So,
first of all, props to everybody who's worked on any Hellboy film, because they've all been good. Even the reboot, the David Harbour film. I know a lot of people. It's not Ron Perlman. Yeah, but Ron Perlman's Hellboy isn't exactly the Mignola Hellboy in print. So there's room for both, if you ask me. And
oddly enough, it popped up on the Movie Network today.
Yeah,
the first one.
Oh yeah. Both versions, Ron Perlman and the David Harbour Hellboy, I think, are both worthy.
I still have to check out the David Harbour one. But.
Oh, it's good. It's good. Don't go into it thinking that it's a sequel to anything that Perlman did.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Not sure how I feel about this one, but not sure.
Go watch the trailer for yourself and let us know.
Yeah.
This next one is spinning out of the HBO Max Harley Quinn series.
Oh,
and it looks really good.
Okay.
And I thoroughly enjoyed the Harley Quinn series, so I'm assuming this is going to be right in the same vein.
Yeah.
Kiteman, hell yeah. Yes.
Is this going to be a series?
This is a series, yeah. So this is spinning out of Harley Quinn because he was Poison Ivy's fiance for one of the seasons there. But he's been this like adorable comedy side character, but now he's getting his own thing.
Kiteman, hell yeah.
Him and his significant other, Golden Glider, have purchased the bar that appeared in Harley Quinn Noonan's, which is for all the henchmen.
Yeah.
And they're like, come on in, the henchmen. This is where you go. This is where people know your name. They love you.
Doesn't that remind you of what they did in The Tick?
A little bit.
The sidekick bar?
Yep. Yeah. But the trailer looks awesome.
Okay.
There's a lot of returning characters like Bane. The same guy's coming back to voice him again.
Yeah, sure.
We've linked to this in the show notes if you want to go give it a look. But it looks fun. It looks really fun.
Yeah, it does.
So
I will give it a watch because I want to compare. I absolutely have to compare it now to the sidekick bar from The Tick. I have to.
Michael Martinez.
That is very promising. He was great in the Harley Quinn series. Oh, very cool.
But it premieres July 18th exclusively on Max. So we'll get it up here on Crave, I believe.
Yeah. We will. Yeah. Eventually we'll get it.
Yeah.
Whether it's, I don't know if we'll get it same day.
Don't know.
It might.
Air,
we might. When Warner Brothers was doing their same day same day streaming as theatrical, we were getting those.
Yeah.
So
I know it also showed on Showcase up here too. So.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Stupid CRTC.
Yeah. But anyway, Marvel is doing a whole bunch of covers in September.
Oh, cool.
For Godzilla, and some people are saying this officially settles the debate of whether or not Wolverine's healing factor can survive the atomic breath of Godzilla.
I saw this earlier today,
and it looks like it's peeling the flesh right off his bones. But
listen,
this isn't the first time we've seen him like this.
Wolverine is this like I don't need to remind you, and I go to this every time. At the height of the Wolverine craze, we're talking about a character who came back from a scrap of skin under somebody's fingernail.
Yep.
Like, I don't know. Although I have to think that the atomic breath would
do it.
Would definitely give him a run for
But
it.
like, he flew into the sun once and came out of that, so.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was the only way they could kill Jean Grey in that weird dystopian future.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
And Zazel, yeah, you are correct. This is actually a homage to the Days of Future Past, where he's getting blasted by the Sentinel. But
I dig it though, and I'm liking. God, I'm liking the interpretation of Gojira on some of these covers because it's not all just.
It's not just one style. Like, you've got your house style that's going to each book, right?
But not only that, like Godzilla, the character has evolved. The look of Godzilla has evolved over the years, and so we're seeing some of the different looks of Godzilla. God, I'm really liking that Avengers cover. That's very much the Biolante Godzilla.
But there will be 21 different books having the Godzilla variant, and each one is just going to be like the character of the book going toe to toe with Godzilla.
Just on the cover?
Just on the cover.
There won't be any stories?
No, these are just variant covers to celebrate Godzilla.
I would have loved to see a story.
Yeah, like Wolverine versus Godzilla. Why not?
I mean, do you remember? Everybody remember the short film Bambi versus Godzilla?
I do not.
Bambi meets Godzilla.
I do not remember that.
You know
but I know the Bambi horror movie's coming soon.
It's a black and white animated film that opens with Bambi grazing, and it starts with that, the morning music.
Okay. Yeah.
Stomp. just a giant lizard foot. Done, and it's over.
Nice.
Yeah, it's quite funny.
Yeah. But I guess they're pairing up with Toho International to bring us back, and they're going to honor the 77 to 79 series from Doug Monek and Herb Trimp.
Yeah.
So nice that they're giving props where props are due.
Yeah, for sure.
But as far as Wolverine surviving that, I if you're in the Wolverine camp, which I am, I think he could. He might take a while getting up, but he's not going down that easy.
I haven't had a good argument in a while, and I don't know if this is the one I want to have.
Well, if he reheals and he manages to slice his way into his butt and just makes his way up, and go slicing organs the whole way along, maybe he could drop him.
So I mean, it all boils down to who's writing this thing.
True.
It all boils down to who's writing it. Do I feel like Wolverine's healing factor could keep him together before the atomic breath could vaporize him? I don't know. And then there's all these other things, and we didn't I don't think this has been addressed a whole lot, except for in we just saw it in X-Men 97 in the panel. When Magneto pulls the adamantium off of him, it's almost like it's liquefied.
Oh yeah, he liquefies it, pulling it out his pores.
I don't think Logan's healing factor can undo that. It certainly can't smooth it out.
No.
So the question here is the atomic breath hot enough to melt or destroy the adamantium? Because if the adamantium is dripping off his bones, man, that's going to suck.
Well, according to lore, you can only get it liquefied once, and once it hardens, that's it. But of course, Magneto being controlling of all things metal,
master of magnetism.
Yeah.
Well, that would be different. That's not melting it though.
No, he's just reforming.
Yeah. Michael Martinez says Godzilla getting lots of love. The Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong was a fun read.
I did not read that one. I
didn't
saw
read
it
that
and I
either,
was
yeah.
like, really? You're going to pit Superman against Godzilla?
Superman.
You think so?
Yep. You say anything versus Superman, the answer is Superman. That's the answer. Come on, that's the answer. What's that?
Just because he lifted a boat. And then he lifted an island.
Well, the Hulk lifted a mountain chain.
Well, the Hulk cracked a planet in half.
That's true. But he couldn't crack Superman.
Sure he could.
But he didn't.
Even though he got defeated by Batman with a kick to the gut.
Got it. Got the Hulk in the solar plexus when he wasn't looking.
Yep. And then he inhaled the gas, knocked him out. It was terrible.
Superman. Oh, Godzilla wins the first round. Almost took Superman out. See, that's always the case. Almost.
Fair enough.
Of course, if Godzilla's powers were kryptonite based,
Mm.
you know how it'd be then.
Well, I mean, you could look at it this way. If Godzilla kicks up enough debris, he would create a dust cloud, which would block out the sun. So all he has to do is beat down Superman there and keep him in the dark.
Oh, we already know that Superman's a solar battery.
I know, but he's got to get to that sun to recharge that battery.
That's true, but we don't know.
And once he goes solar flare trying to defeat Godzilla, it's all over.
Wow. That's true.
But anyway,
just take Godzilla into space.
Have we done Godzilla in space yet? Maybe in the old Japanese ones? Because I know every other friggin' movie's gone to space except Freddy.
Yeah.
Well,
that's true.
And Chucky, he didn't go to space either.
No, he didn't, did he?
But no, like Jason went to space, Leprechaun went to space, Aliens all in space, Predator.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, send it to space. Why not? What was that one last week? Oric in space.
Oric in space. That's right.
But this next one, you know what? I find it a little sad that the showrunner has to come out after each episode and say,
Do they though?
I don't think they should have to.
I don't want to speculate why this is, but I just want to say this. The creatives behind every event.
Yeah.
And this is an event show.
It is.
They always come out and talk about it after the thing has aired. We got updates from Bo Williman. The whole time X-Men 97 was going on. After an episode would drop, we got more context from him.
Yeah.
People weren't asking for it. He was just offering it. So how is this any different?
I don't know. I look at this one as like,
it's because people are upset with it. They don't like it. And they couldn't get it through. They couldn't show me on the show. So now the creative got to come out and tell me.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't believe that. I don't believe that that's what's happening. I'm sorry.
It could be for some people though.
I agree.
Because this one actually does confirm what we heard in the last episode.
Anybody who knows anything knows what they heard.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's no different. That's just a nice little Easter egg. Yep. That was Kylo Ren's theme that you did hear. If you watched last week's episode of The Acolyte.
Yep.
What does it mean? Well, you're going to have to find out.
Yeah.
But yes, Leslie Headland has said that the few notes of Kylo Ren's theme were, yes, they were very intentional, and yes, they have greater meaning. You'll have to wait to find out.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like there is no need that Leslie Headland or whoever else is the actors or who are working on the show. I don't believe for a second that they have to come out and they have to give you, we have to describe what it is that you couldn't possibly see. No,
you can ascertain it by yourself without being told directly.
We all came to that conclusion.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's nice to be, confirmed, but
there is way too much. Don't get me wrong. The legitimate criticisms of the show, the wooden acting, the strange dialogue choices, and the sets and all the things that we've legitimately criticized, they all stand. But this other stuff,
yes,
I'm tired of it.
Yeah. But, she is quoted as saying in the second, well, she's calling it the second half, even though there's only 3 episodes left, and technically we're in it.
We are in the second half.
But there's more action, legitimately, after this episode. Yeah. There's more lightsabers. It's got a lot of stuff in there that we've already had, but if there's anything different about the second half of the season, it's darker. It gets increasingly more emotional. The characters are going to start making moves that are going to inform an end game, and I think that always ends up being pretty emotional at the end of a season or at the end of any story.
Of course it is. Yeah,
Yeah. We knew going in, like, this one's gonna have to be dark.
I saw some comments, and I'm sure we're going to bring this up again on Sunday when we talk about episode 6. There was some comments this week that said, given the relative improvement of episode 5, that was an indication of why the dump a whole show at once, why that model still might be preferable in some cases, because now you're getting everything
all
at one time, and it might just work better that way instead of the slow drip.
Yeah, because people are impatient. They want it all now. And like, you want to know what happens next.
I do.
Like,
I do for sure.
When you've been fed a couple twists and turns, you're eager to find out where it's going next.
I tell you, because of my attention span of a gnat, sometimes I have a hard time remembering week to week, like, oh, this thing happened. How does it relate to the thing I'm seeing now? Whereas if I did have them all at one time, I could watch it all the way
sequentially.
through. And maybe I'm a little bit spoiled because that was and is largely still the Netflix model.
Yeah.
I know that's not really the Star Wars thing. Certainly not with not since the new TV shows.
Yeah.
But I'm liking it. I feel like that is a cool little Easter egg. So do you want to talk about the prevailing theory on that one?
That he is possibly the first Knight of Ren.
The Proto Ren.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, I'm interested to see. And of course, the Knights of Ren, I think we can all agree that one of the most underutilized elements of the sequel trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
You have these cool dudes that you're just like, oh yeah, the Knights of Ren, they're gonna go like do some badass stuff, and then they're just.
I feel like they got shafted, kind of like the Inquisitors did, right? But then, in Rebels and Ahsoka and stuff, we kind of got a little bit more.
Or
that, right?
And then what happened with what do you call them? The oh my god, the Praetorian Guard.
Yes,
for the Praetorian Guard. The only thing that redeemed the Praetorian Guard was that they showed up in Mando.
Yes,
and were actually quite effective.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, is Chimere Proto the first Knight of Ren or the Proto Ren? I don't know. Maybe, possibly.
Yeah.
The music cue would suggest that he is.
Could be, yeah. But she's got another quote here saying, "Cortosis was such a great new element, and I have always thought it was such a cool thing to incorporate. And there's also a limited resource of it, which is why he doesn't have the whole suit of armor, and it only works for maybe a minute." So she's also saying that there's other legend stuff to discuss after the finale.
I'm so
everybody pegged this as like, oh, it's terrible, but like, again, wait till it's over.
Yeah,
wait till you're given everything.
People are saying like that. Oh, they don't know Star Wars. Clearly, they know enough to make this stuff, and they know which parts they want to mine. My God, they cut Legends out. How dare they? Oh, they pulled this thing from Legends. They don't know anything about it. How dare they? Like, you can't have it both ways. I do like Cortosis, by the way. I think that was very cool. By the way, as soon as I saw it, I'm like, that's Cortosis. Like, there was no doubt in my mind.
See, I looked at it the first time, I'm like, ooh, Beskar.
Yeah, because
that's what I know, right?
The same clang, right? Ting!
Yeah.
When the lightsaber went out, I'm like, that's Cortosis.
Yeah, I was like, oh, something's off here.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, of course, my other theory, but that's another story.
Yeah.
They KOTOR'd him. Oh, they KOTOR'd her.
Which we did bring up. So
I did. I heard that.
Yeah.
I didn't get to
flesh it out a lot, but
no, I am fairly
still
certain.
room for it. So
I am fairly certain that is what happened.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and we'll see. Plus, I saw somebody had taken some of the fight sequences from this week and had lightened them to show more of Manny Jacinto's character, and of course, it looks like one of his arms does look like it's very burnt, suggesting that he may have been present for a fire, whether it was the same fire that
might have done the whole job
the night on Brendock, but we shall see.
Yep.
Tune in on Sunday
when we'll be diving in on the next episode.
When we cover the next episode on the Fandom Power presents The Acolyte in Review. I'll be back for that one.
Cool. So we are getting to the end here. So if anybody had
What?
any more they wanted to call in on the WhatsApp,
The any more for
Now's
any
the
more.
time.
Yeah. I mean, and if you're don't feel like you want to be on the show, you can always chuck us a comment if you've got a there's a pop culture headline that caught your attention this week that we didn't talk about that you want to talk about. This is a good time to do it.
because that does bring us to our last segment.
Oh
of the
no,
night.
we've hit the end of the show.
We have.
That doesn't mean you can't call or you can't comment.
Yeah,
You can
because
still
we're not
do
done
that
yet. So
anytime. You know what time it is.
it is.
It's that time where Andy, he's out there, he's in the aisles, he's hunting for you and me, so we can save a few dollars with this week's toy hunting tip at Dollarama.
Yep. So this week, I know I am saving a bit because my daughter loves these things.
Sure.
Squishmallows, 12-inch ones,
Oh, dear.
are showing up at Dollarama for $5.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, regular retail at Walmart, $24.99 and up.
Yeah.
So selection varies from store to store, but you can't beat the price.
Excuse me.
And then,
No, absolutely not.
the other thing that's showing up, not only are they getting from the original Masters of the Universe, they are also getting the Revelations and then the Netflix Kids series version of the Eternia minis.
We've seen they've had some of these before.
They have
A new assortment, I would assume.
yeah, but like in Port Barry where I was at, they had all three versions.
Really?
And they're going for $3 each. Can't beat it. Regular retail on these is usually $12.97 and up. If you're looking for specific characters, it's going to be worse. Like Orko there is going on the aftermarket for $39.95 on Amazon.
Oh dear.
I managed to pick them up for $3. So
I really like these.
they're neat.
And do you know the story behind these, right?
I do not.
So the Eternia minis were an add-on.
Okay.
They were, remember when Mattel was doing Masters of the Universe Classics?
Yes.
When Masters of the Universe Classics was a thing, they put out a mobile game.
Okay.
Do you remember this? There was a mobile game, a Masters of the Universe mobile game.
It's ringing a bell, but
The mobile game was in the style of the Eternia minis, or
Okay.
rather, the Eternia minis were in the style of the video game. In fact, I don't know if I have enough. I don't know if I have enough cord to get. Let me see if I can get across the room because I want to show you something.
okay.
Let me see if I can do this.
Almost need Jeopardy music.
No,
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, he's got enough cord, folks. It's gonna work. I think. Maybe. Probably. What do you got?
All right. So the mobile game came out, and in support of the mobile game, they put out the first. These are the original, and these were online only.
Really?
These are the first Eternia minis ever offered, and it's He-Man. Let me see if I can do this. I'll do this one at a time because the camera won't focus on them. There's He-Man.
Oh, that's cool.
That's He-Man. And that is the corresponding Skeletor for the mobile game.
Nice.
They expanded the line, and this was still through the Matty Collector online portal. But what happened was they got scaled down. So here's the original He-Man, and then
The mini.
the new scale. This is the scale that's still sold at retail.
Okay.
They did a bunch of build.
Really?
Yeah. So when they did the whole thing, it was the facade of Castle Grayskull.
Oh, that's cool.
So I made sure that I got all the minis to build Castle Grayskull.
Nice.
And then they went to retail. And of course, the retail versions were essentially all of the Matty Collector ones. And then they expanded the line. And I'm tickled that it's kept going all these years later.
Because I know when I first got a hold of some of these, they actually came in a little Grayskull or Snake Mountain.
So you know me,
package.
I hate blind bag
They're not
box
blind.
anything.
There is codes.
If you know the codes, but
if you know the codes.
but they were sold. All that stuff has codes.
Yeah.
But I hate blind anything. I want to see the thing I'm getting. And they were smart enough to know, yeah, maybe we should do that. And then of course capitalize on nostalgia. I mean, for example, that Orko, there's the vintage homage to the vintage card, right down to the shape of the blister.
Yep.
and of course with the Revelation series ones. I love them.
They're awesome.
I love them, but I have chosen not to keep up with them.
That's
I have
fair.
the ones that I have, and I'm happy with them.
Well, there you go.
But yeah, so there's your little history lesson
Sweet.
on Eternia minis.
So if you can get out there and find them, $3 each.
Right on, man.
Bring back that nostalgia.
Well, it looks like that's it for us. I don't think anybody's no one's
called in yet, so
the chat is not exploding, so that's okay. That's a good cue that we can wind it down.
I think so.
Okay, awesome as always, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching, as you do week in and week out. We definitely appreciate that. As we do appreciate everybody else looking at you, Silver Spider, Michael Martinez, Azel's Clubhouse, Gaz, TJC, and of course everybody else who is catching this this video in the replay. Hope you enjoyed it. Catch us next week when we come back and do this all over again. It's Random Fandom Tuesday nights live at 6 p.m. Of course, you can catch us on Sunday nights as we tackle our other little show that we like to do. It is Fandom Power Presents The Acolyte in Review. We are talking about the most divisive Star Wars show yet, and I'm sure this week will be no different. So tune in. By the way, we got our first troll comment, by the way.
Oh,
did I tell you that?
I believe you did.
We did. We got our first troll comment the other day on the last video. Somebody... You guys actually think this is Star Wars? Ha 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 ha.
What Disney said.
I'm like, well, you know me.
Yeah.
I'm a Star Wars apologist. So I'm like, yep, it sure is.
Yep. It's got lightsabers and space wizards.
And
laser swords.
Laser swords and space wizards. That's all I got to say. Michael Martinez, always a great time with you guys. Now time to go back and watch what I missed.
Aw.
I hope you do. I hope you enjoy the replay. Of course, leave a comment. If you can't leave a comment, leave an emoji just to let YouTube know that this video might be enjoyed by other people who like this kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we will see you next week. I've got nothing else. What about you, Andy?
I'm tapped out.
Right on. Shout out to PB&J Comics for their Canadian independent indie comic event that they hosted.
If you're in the Lindsay area, go check them out for sure.
Absolutely. Of course, we wish Jordan well on that one. And yeah. That's it for me.
Yeah, and there's still time to get in on the Auric Kickstarter if you missed us last week. There,
yes,
we were talking about that.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, I think that's it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not going to drag it on.
Yeah, we
all
got
right, guys.
A new episode coming out in an hour and a half. So.
Oh, that's right. It's tonight.
It's Tuesday night.
Tonight.
It's time for the Acolyte.
It's tonight, and I got so many other things I got to do. Okay, one thing at a time.
Yep.
All right, guys. Whatever your thing is, remember, fan on. And remember, for Fandom Power, my name is Wes.
I'm Andy.
And we will see you on the next one. Bye for now, everybody.